everyone. Welcome to another episode of Always Open, aka Fresh Hell. I'm your host, Barbara Dunkelman, and today we have a very, very special guest. Some of you may know him. Some of you may remember him.
Some of you may have slept with him.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, hopefully not.
Tyler Cole's in the house.
Look at him. Oh, my precious, precious baby boy.
Tyler Cole.
Back home to see Mama.
We've missed you.
I miss you guys too. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Of course, we got Miss Meryl.
Yeah, it's me. I'm back. I'm
She's
here.
here.
You know, whatever. It's just the three of us today.
It is.
Just the three of us.
Just the three.
You can't say it.
It's a different song.
Oh, true.
This is the first time we've ever done a show with just three people.
Yeah.
You, me, and
Dupree. Over here.
It's a hot start. Great start to this one.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Been a hot second.
It's been a second. Yeah, I'm good though.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna dive into that on the show today.
Let's do it, yeah.
you.
Yeah, we've been talking about break. I mean, obviously this season we're doing a lot of different things. We kind of changed the set a bit.
We're breaking the mold.
We're like not getting all dolled up anymore.
That was like my favorite part. I missed that.
I know, you came in and you were like, "Where's my makeup?" And I was like, "Texas is flown the coop.
Oh man.
He's still with us in our hearts."
We'll have Texas around.
Yeah.
Every now and then.
Yeah.
We're trying to keep things a little simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
little
Cheap.
simple.
Yeah, I get it.
Cheap. Yeah. Well, and then we figured we couldn't actually book a fourth guest, so
Here I am.
you're gonna have to fill enough space for two people.
I'm gonna try. Yeah.
It's funny
absolutely.
because there was someone who works here who has been on the show before, and they came up to me. They're like, "Oh, I heard you only had three people on the show. Do you need a fourth? Like, did you have trouble finding someone?" I was like, "Oh no, we purposely are just doing three people, just to give Tyler the spotlight." Just
Wait, now I want to know who it is that you were like, you're not good enough.
no, it was
So-
Chad. Chad was in the studio before, and he's just like, if you ever need someone, very
okay.
sweet of
Yes,
him.
he's a
We
good
love having
boy.
Chad. He'll be back on the show, I'm sure.
Yes.
But I was like, no, special day for Tyler.
Awesome. Can't wait.
What have you been up to?
I've been just working on my claymation, crushing it.
Out of all the things, out of all the things you could have said.
I've been good.
Yeah.
I've been out in LA. Been doing that for a little bit.
Yep.
LA is it's a great, shitty place.
Truly is.
So I've been to LA a couple times, and every time I go there, I'm like, this is a really fucking awesome city. It is so nice outside. There's so much to do and eat, and like all these things to see, and these amazing people all over the place. I would never fucking want to live there.
Yeah, it's like it's like King's Landing basically.
Oh.
That's pretty much what it is. Like if you're at the top, it's beautiful and the sights are awesome and everything you just talked to it's great if you're up in the Red Keep. But if you are not, that place is a shithole.
Yeah.
It's hard to like sit there and not like you can't ignore the 53,000 homeless people outside your window because that's like actually I think that's like the exact number. It's just,
You counted them one night?
it's just like that bad. It's hard to be happy and ignore the horrible sadness around you.
Well, I guess it's also one of those things where it's just depicted as this beautiful, magical place where everyone goes to become a star and get into the entertainment business and stuff like that. And I'm sure it's like if you want opportunity, LA is chock full of them. Like per person, per capita, I'm sure LA has the most in terms of like entertainment industry opportunity.
Compared to other places, yeah.
Compared to other places.
Yeah,
You know?
everybody's out and they tell you about it all the fucking time too, about all the opportunities they're getting and what they're doing and.
How often did you get the whole like, who are you? Like, what do you do?
Oh, every single day. Like that's all LA is just going to bars on a weeknight, being like, who the fuck are these losers here? And I'm like, oh, I'm one of them. Like, yeah, we don't do anything. We don't have a job. We don't have any money. But I'm gonna be big. I'm gonna be up.
Promise.
Just watch. I am important. Okay.
Well, that's the thing about LA, because I spent some time there. Like I lived there for very briefly, and I realized that there's a lot of people who it's very much like, I guess the concept of social media thrives in LA because everyone is so concerned with like putting out the best image that they can. When like a lot of my friends who live there are fucking miserable.
Yeah.
They're so sad. They don't have any space. They're stuck in traffic for hours.
And everything is so
There's smog.
expensive.
It is expensive. It's an expensive
what's
big city.
Typical place to rent there?
Oh, God.
Like a 1-bedroom apartment.
Like not anything that crazy, like $4,000-$5,000. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I was like,
Probably.
that's too
I don't
much.
know. No, it's crazy expensive. Parking is the bitch of it all. Like I'll never take for granted anymore. Like being able to drive into an H-E-B and park my car.
Yeah.
It's just like not a thing there.
Even at like grocery stores or like big mall complexes thing and stuff.
They have parking garages. Everything's in a parking garage.
It's just a nightmare. It's awful, but it was okay. It was so great that I left. So
It was great that I'm gone.
Well, we actually got to see each other quite a few times.
we did, yeah.
In LA.
Yeah, you did.
We did, because I'm such a beautiful friend. I'm such a great friend that I was thinking about what to do for Tyler for his birthday, which was in June.
June, yes.
Yes.
And I got together with our good friend Mia Khalifa, who's been on the show a few times, and I hit her up like maybe a month or so before his birthday, and I said, hey, like, I'm thinking about what to do for his birthday. I kind of have all these ideas, but I think the best thing, like, I want to go out and surprise him. What do you think? And she's like, oh, I'm down. Like, let's do it. Like, let me know what day you fly in. Like, you can stay with us. It's going to be great. So I get there the day of.
And he has no idea you're coming.
He has no idea I'm coming. Mia tells him that she's going to go they need to go pick up one of her boyfriend's friends,
right.
Which isn't uncommon because her boyfriend Robert fiance is Swedish, and he has friends coming in all the time. You know, they go to the airport often, pick up friends, drop them off.
I go to the airport often.
You do.
Also, you're the one who goes with her to pick them up.
I did a lot of things wrong. I have done a lot of wrong things in my life, but in LA, I learned that you don't drive to LAX to go pick somebody up. Like you're a madman if you go do that. Like you're a great guy, great friend if you do that. And I like to pretend to be those things, so I would go do those things. So I picked up Robert's friends like I think twice from LAX before. So I was like, this is a common occurrence. Yeah. And he had some weird name.
What was it?
Sariel Malcedo.
Basically.
It was something really dumb. I was like, yeah, that sounds like a dumb Swedish name. Yeah, I'll go pick up that guy at the airport.
So if you know LA, it's ridiculously huge, and there's a few airports in Los Angeles.
It takes like over an hour and a half to drive to LAX from most places in LA.
Even if you're right by it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Mia tells Tyler, she's like, hey, I got to go to the Burbank airport to pick up Robert's friend. Do you mind driving? I can't exactly remember why. What did she tell you why she couldn't drive?
Well, she's a terrible
driver.
She's a terrible driver. She's terrible. And I don't want her to die. So just which camera is this one? Okay. So for context, for people that don't know LA, it's like a big circle, and then there's the ocean down here, right? So Burbank is up here. LAX is down here. Mm-hmm. So they're completely different
LAX is closer to the ocetion.
Yes.
LAX is closer to the ocean. Burbank is up. It's in the valley, as people like to say.
How long of a drive in between? Probably 2 hours?
It depends on where you are. So we lived in West Hollywood. I was living with her and Robert. And so she was like, I can't remember, like getting in at like 9 o'clock or some shit like that. So like leave at like 7:30 or whatever.
Yeah.
Traffic happened to be awful that day, which it is. You just accept it. It's really not that big of a deal. So we get in the car, hour and a half later, we're like closing in on Burbank, and then Mia tells me, you're gonna kill me, wrong airport. He's actually flying into LAX.
But she knew.
Oh, she 100%.
Right?
She knew.
She did that.
She was basically
just to fuck with you.
Yeah, so she didn't want she knew that if she kept Tyler out long enough, Robert would come home, and if they didn't leave in time, like Tyler would be like, well, why doesn't he just go fucking pick up his friend? So she was like, I gotta get this asshole out of the house for like 4 hours.
God damn, she's
great master manipulator.
Yeah, wow.
Terrible. And so the map again, so like Burbank, LAX. So like to get back down to LAX, you can't just like go down. You have to go all the way around and go like by Santa Monica and then down to LAX was the best way we get there. So like 4 hours later, and then we go to the airport and I pull up and, I'm getting out of the car. I don't, pick up fucking Klim or whatever his name is.
Klim.
Some dumb Swede. Love the Swedes. And then I see her and my first honest reaction was like, why didn't you tell me you were coming into town?
Right.
That's so weird.
You thought it was just a coincidence.
I was like,
He thought it was a coincidence.
I thought it was like a Rooster Teeth thing. I thought like, you're in town for whatever Rooster Teeth is doing in LA now. I don't know what y'all guys do.
Yeah.
And then it clicked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The video was very sweet.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you?
It was very
You
cute.
took a
Was
video.
it was Mia who filmed it?
Mia
I
filmed
think?
it
Yeah.
and go in there and surprise him.
Your reaction was very like,
Yeah, I'm not the smartest individual. You guys know that.
Yeah, it takes him a second to realize what's going on. And even after he sees me, he's like, oh, what are you doing here? I'm like, I'm here for you. It's your birthday tomorrow.
I didn't
like,
really know.
yeah.
What do you
I was
mean?
like,
What-
well, this is just an oddity.
Yeah, it was great.
People don't do things for Tyler usually.
I know.
Like not nice things.
I'm the only one.
No.
Because I did another nice thing. But before that, this other trip is another good story that I haven't yet told because I was thinking of things for us to do together while we were in LA. And it was when the Women's World Cup was going on. So I was like, oh, maybe we can go to a few bars or something, watch a game or two. And then I had an idea. I was like, oh, I've always wanted to go to a Korean spa.
Ooh.
And they have a lot of those in LA. And so I started looking them up, and then everything that I was looking at was basically like, oh yeah, like you come and you spend it's like a $25 entry fee, but then there's like all these saunas, all these different rooms you could get into. You can like upgrade for a massage, like
Hell yeah.
all of this stuff. Sounds like a great fucking way to spend your day, right? Especially a birthday for a friend. So I was like, oh, this is awesome. So I started reading on the pages, and they're like, oh, like we separate men and women, and like there's only one area, like a common area that you can be in, which is like kind of like a restaurant shop area or whatever.
They don't do like couples massages or anything? Like
No. And so I kept looking, and I was like, well, I don't want to like, have this day that we're supposed to like spend together having, a good time and like be separated. So I'm going to see if I can find one that's like a co-ed one. And so I start looking and I find one, and it's like, oh, like, everything's shared, like the sauna rooms, everything, like you only have separate lockers, but everything else is shared. I was like, oh, that's perfect. We can like hang out all day, maybe get some lunch, like
naked together.
it's going to be great. Well, I did not know that was part of the deal. And it wasn't until I was like about to book like our day at the spa, and I was like, I'm gonna check out the like Yelp reviews and just see what it says. And the first one is like, warning, like great spa, but if you don't know Korean spas, you're fucking naked the entire time. Like everyone's naked.
They don't give you like a robe or a...
I mean, you have a robe, but like the whole thing is just like walking around naked, like titties out, dicks out, buttholes out, everything's out, and it's looking at you right in the eye, little brown eye.
That's
Winking
right.
at you.
Little winky.
Little winking face.
Little.
And so I was just traumatized at the idea that like, if without knowing, like if I would have booked it and then we would have like driven all the way there, which probably would have been a long drive, and then we get there, and then with the fact that we have to like sit there naked next to each other for the rest of the day.
Because you guys are like best friends, but you're like not that type of friend.
No, we're not. No.
It's weird to me. I know so many people, some who've worked here, who hang out naked with their friends.
Who?
Max Krumke.
Well, Max Krumke is a fucking anomaly.
Yeah, that's true.
He's an alien.
And I like no judgment if that's the kind of close friendship you have with people. Good on you. But like, I don't
want to do that ever.
There is no friend I want to just hang around naked with.
Yeah.
Even Trevor, I'm like, I still like if we're not having sex, obviously, but
Right.
like I'd still like to have like a T-shirt on.
Yeah.
When we're
Yeah.
hanging out.
You be like pussy out, like Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, because he just has.
Oh, no,
He has that crop top.
He doesn't have.
What about Winnie the Pooh's pussy?
He's a dick. He's a dickless bear. He doesn't have a dick.
Well, how do you know it's not tucked in somewhere?
He's got a micro.
One of the funniest things. This is free great advice. Whenever I'm severely depressed and like down, there is a clickhole article that a guy writes. In the vein of like he's a father, and he says, "Why do not let my children watch Winnie the Pooh?" And it is one of the funniest things I've ever read. In
What's
my
like
life.
the main point of
That
it?
he is a dickless bear that doesn't know how to fuck, and he wants his kids to watch animals like Big Bird, who are like pussy crushing machines. So
Wait, where's Big Bird's dick?
he just talks. It's an amazing read. It gets me through the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you just think about that or read it if you're having a bad day.
If I'm having a bad day.
Good
yep.
advice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good advice.
And I get my tea, hold it with two hands like you do on a dreary day like today, and think about
Exactly.
past lovers.
You're here, cozy in our little always open cafe.
Well, and it is funny too because you and I have been friends basically 4 years now.
Yeah. I would have said 5, but yeah, sure, 4.
Well, I started working here 5 years ago, and you started working here about 4 years ago, so we didn't know each other.
You started working before Tyler?
Yeah. I worked here for almost a whole year before you got here.
Oh, shit. I didn't know.
And Tyler's the reason I made friends here.
Is he really?
Really?
You are.
I didn't even know that.
You are.
Oh, that warms my heart.
Oh, finally, something. Something will awaken.
That was the reason you made friends here?
Well, I
I
was
was thinking about that instead of the Winnie the Pooh thing.
Yeah.
I'm still
There you
the
go.
Winnie the Pooh thing.
Well, it was just, I was working here and I had come in as like an intern and like didn't really talk to people much. Was basically just kind of like came in, did my work, went home. And then you joined the department and then we got along so well and you're so fucking friendly and make friends very easily. And so you started hanging out with people and just kind of bringing me along. Look at that.
Yeah, and then you guys did free play together, right?
Yeah, and then we did free play together.
Yeah. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Wow. That's like a heavy sentimental thing you just kind of dropped on me.
How do you feel about it?
I feel pretty good.
Good.
Yeah.
How do you handle sentimental things?
I don't
You don't?
very well.
Yeah, you strike me, as much as I know you, you've never been like one to not be awkward around the sentimental.
Yeah.
In like an endearing way. Not
Yeah,
like a bad way.
I don't do well with that at all. I'm doing something right now to like kind of try and figure all that stuff out.
Yeah.
So
I watched this video the other day that I think everyone should watch. There's this YouTube channel. I think it's like a German word, but if you search "in a nutshell," it'll come up. They have these like animated videos with like this British guy doing a voiceover, and it's like they teach you about different things. And this one was about gratitude, and just how it's basically the antidote for feeling down and like you're not good enough and all these things. And I wonder if that might help you too. Just like being grateful for the things in your life and like things that happen to you during the day that are like just small things like, oh, the weather was nice today, or I had a coffee and it was tasty, like shit like that, like really small things that you could be grateful for. So I don't know, maybe.
that's really what it is. It's so hard to do that, isn't it? It's like I'm one of those people, like I'm sure a lot of people are, where they have like that winning mindset, like I gotta win, I gotta get a victory, and then like you get so wrapped up in that you don't see the victories that you've already gotten in the past or during the day, and it's like trying to rewire your brain to figure out like, dude, you kind of are winning in these certain areas. Like you just had your best friend say that she made friends at the company she's at. That's
because of you.
I had no idea. Like I wouldn't have guessed that. I would have thought it was the opposite. So like. It's so hard to
Maybe both of you were helping each other.
get rid
I think
of that.
so.
Yeah.
There's definitely been moments, I think, in our friendship where we've both had to like come to each other and be like, hey, like, what the fuck is going on? How do I get out of this? Or,
You guys
like,
ever had a big fight?
I've definitely gotten annoyed with you. Certain moments.
No.
I've just been like, okay, I just fucking annoyed with you. But not really. I've gotten into fights with friends. But mostly it's just kind of like misunderstandings. Like, oh, hey, like I saw that you said this thing and like I didn't quite like it. Did you mean something else? I once got into a fight with like one of my old roommates, who's still one of my best friends, because I basically found out that like the person who I was dating, she did not like at all. And like instead of handling it in a kind of a more mature way, she just kind of started talking shit to everyone. They're just kind of like, hey, like we live together. Like, if you have an issue, like come to me, like let's talk about it. So that's kind of one of the biggest fights I've ever gotten into with a friend. But like, I mean, I can't think of any.
No, we haven't gotten into fights. I mean, you've looked at me a few times when you talk about frustrated, like watching me sometimes go through my thought process as I imagine from a friend has to be like, Jesus, dude. Like, come on.
Pull your shit together.
Like, yeah, like it's like I know that like I wear on people and I can be a frustration to like the people closest to me because they look at me and they're like, dude, what are you? Sometimes we all have that person in our life. Sometimes you just want to
shake them
and be like, come on, wake up.
You also I think you also torture yourself in terms of thinking that way, and I think that's like something that everyone could do today to help themselves have a better time in life is stop making narratives for other people and the way they think about you.
Yeah.
Like the example of like, oh, my friend didn't text me back in 2 days. She must not like me or not want to talk to me or whatever it is. Where it's just like, she might have just seen your text and forgot to respond to it.
Right.
So don't make narratives for other people and how they think about you.
Well, I do hate him, so I want him to focus on it.
But it's so like your imagination can just run wild with that stuff,
with
right?
everything.
Like, and it's not like it's fun to do that, but it's easy to just keep writing and like what do they really think?
This episode of Always Open is brought to you by MeUndies. By this time of the year, the planners and the Virgos of the world have checked off everything on their list, while the rest of us last-minute people are running around like psychos trying to figure out what to get everyone. Can confirm I run around like a psycho. Don't fear, fellow last-minute gifters. MeUndies has everyone on your list covered. It's the one-stop shopping spot to get gifts that people will actually love delivered straight to your door. Free shipping, no buts about it. Actually, buts all about it, because MeUndies. Get it? I'm a jokester. As you guys know, I've talked about MeUndies on plenty of episodes before. They are the only underwear I wear anymore, and I pretty much live in their pajama pants the second I get home. They are the most comfortable pajama pants. They have pockets too, so I can keep my phone on me at all times, which we know is very important these days. And just the cutest little patterns. I have Star Wars pajama pants now that are my favorite, just in time for Star Wars to come out later this month. This holiday season, cozy up in the new robes for men and women. Treat your feet in their soft new slippers, and of course, match the whole fam with their cute new baby bodysuit. Adorable. MeUndies has a great offer for our listeners. For any first-time purchasers, when you order any MeUndies, you get 15% off and free shipping. This is a no-brainer, especially because we have a 100% satisfaction guaranteed as well. So to get 15% off your first pair, free shipping, and a 100% satisfaction guarantee, go to MeUndies.com/open. That's MeUndies.com/open. 15% off your first pair. Thank you, MeUndies, and happy holidays. I always feel bad. There's a friend of mine who we talk about this all the time, like he suffers from anxiety and depression and other things like that, and oftentimes he'll text me about something, and I'm so bad at getting back to people, especially like depending on what time of the week they message me, and there are so many times he's messaged me and I haven't messaged back, and he's had to like send another message, be like, I'm sorry I'm annoying you, like I'm just following up on this. I'm like, no, you're not annoying me. I'm sorry that I didn't get back to you. I'm the bad friend, like, don't. And I know, I'm like, he probably is just sitting there thinking like I hate him, or like he said something wrong. And like, I hate making people feel that way.
Yeah.
But you know,
hey,
true friendship.
True friendship. There was a time where, now I'm thinking back to the LA trip, where we got back from a night out and Mia and Robert had just installed this like neon green light in their living room.
Oh, God.
And I was sleeping in the living room because they have the world's comfiest couch. And I got there and we couldn't figure out how to turn it off. So I was just like, I'm just gonna sleep in bed with you. And it was probably one of the most awkward experiences of my life.
Wait, what? I didn't feel awkward about it.
I didn't feel awkward about it until
naked?
No.
And it wasn't even, because I think earlier that day I had like taken a nap with like in his bed and we fell asleep like watching British Bake Off.
Yes.
But it was just like a weird, like I woke up and I was just like, I don't know. It was just, it was strange. I think I just never really liked sleepovers yet. Anyway,
yeah. Sleeping in
growing
another bed with or sleeping in a bed with another person as an adult who's not your significant other is just weird in general.
Yeah.
No, I get that. It depends on your friendship. Or, not significant other.
Some of us have adult friends that are not significant others. That, you spend the night. You have a little little sleepover. So I didn't feel awkward about it, but it's fine. It's fine. I put up a little barrier between us just so you feel more comfortable.
Is it pillows?
You put some pillows.
I thought you might feel a little. I'm like, I'll put a barrier, so,
I don't know. I think it was.
Whatever.
I think it was
Sure.
my own thing. I was like, oh, I feel like I'm being weird now. You know. But we shared a lovely night in bed together. Yeah.
It was great.
Did you eat breakfast in bed too?
No, this motherfucker. Oh, I haven't talked about that yet. The next day, the day after I showed up, he was very sweet and he was like, oh, I'm gonna make us breakfast. And he made me egg whites, which is fine. I like egg whites. And sweet potatoes, which is fine. And then he fucking put arugula. He gave me salad for breakfast. That is not the thing I fuck with. Do you eat salad for breakfast?
Not if I'm making my own breakfast. If I'm at a restaurant and it like comes with it on the side, I'll get it, sure, but.
Every day, arugula.
Get
None of that
greens.
lettuce shit. Like that's a useless vegetable. What a useless green.
It's crazy. I, for years, felt like shit. And I was like, not sure
You
why.
okay, Barb?
Just like my stomach was always bad. I always felt like really like tired and slow. And the trainer I had at the time was like, just get more greens.
Yeah, green
And I was
it up.
like, okay, the fucking second I started getting more greens, I'm like, I feel good. I feel like my stomach feels good. I'm having good poops. I have better energy.
It's all about
Don't
having
feel
good poops.
bloated.
Yeah.
Don't feel bloated at all anymore.
Hell yeah.
Dude, get
So
your
you're
greens.
welcome for, me taking care of your poops. And,
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. It's just like, and I shouldn't bitch because I was being
we
fed up
spent
breakfast.
a
But
night in
also,
bed together, and then I woke up and I made breakfast. I'm just following my routine with how that usually.
I was gonna ask, what was the dating situation out there in LA?
Dating situation in LA. I could be mean. I don't want to be mean. I'm gonna be mean. Fuck it. Every girl in LA, for the most part, I'm generalizing.
Every girl
obviously.
that you
Just no.
interacted
Actually,
with?
I didn't date anybody in LA.
Okay.
Didn't mess around with more than.
20.
No. No. I had
You had some sleepovers.
I had some sleepovers. But most people, it's sad. Like being a woman in LA, I can't even imagine what it's like because there's like this unbelievable pressure, and I'm sure it's like this in other major cities, but in LA especially, where it's like, oh wait, everybody's always like camera ready.
Well, it's like the city of beauty and fame and
But those things those aren't real things, right? So like.
But people who go to LA,
Every
they
girl-
think they have to go to that standard, right?
Right, and they think the standard is the Kardashian standard. So like I've never hated the Kardashians more than when I moved out to LA because everybody has the same bullshit. Kylie, like straight-haired, puffy lips, like not your skin tone. I don't even know what you are. It's like a painted face. Like that's how every girl tried to look out there, and it was sad. Like it was hard to find girls that just looked like comfortable, number one, and like, hey, that's you. That's who you are.
Yeah.
So.
Was that just from like meeting people, or was it dating apps and stuff like that?
Everything. Dating apps out there were crazy. Lots of fun.
It's just like there's so many people out there too.
Yeah.
Do you know there's more people in California than there are in Canada?
no way, the entire state and the entire country.
There's numbers are probably old by now, but 34 million in California. There's 33 million in Canada.
Wow.
All of Canada.
There's too many fish out there sometimes.
A little bit.
Sometimes there's too many fish. But too many fish.
Hey,
in
there's
LA.
there's plenty of fish in the sea. There's too many.
Too many.
Let's
It's
get
a
rid
lot
of
of
some
fish.
of
I'd
them.
rather go to
Right
a
by the
pond.
ocean.
Yeah, it's by the ocean. I don't want to be by the ocean anymore. A small stream
Fuck the
would be
ocean.
fine.
Well, you're now in Austin,
I'm now in Austin,
hanging out
yeah.
for a bit, and we have a little lake.
We got a lake.
We got
there.
some lakes.
We got a nice
Got a
little
little
lake.
river.
Yeah, Ladybird Lake.
Ladybird Lake.
Yeah.
Isn't Ladybird technically a river? Like it's the river that flows through, right?
It's a thing.
It's a man-made?
I don't spend time thinking about it.
Okay.
He doesn't
You know what?
concern himself.
I should stop concerning myself with the names of the rivers and the lakes here.
Well, let's play some speed dating. Tyler.
Yes.
You remember how this goes?
I actually almost did speed dating in LA with a friend of mine.
Ooh.
Really?
With
Tell us
Mr.
about
Jeff. I almost did. We didn't do it
that's
though.
cool.
Oh, that would have been a story.
Yeah, I thought it would be fun to actually try just see like what that is like modern times.
That's like, to me, really like going against your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Or getting out of your comfort zone, rather. Because it's like dating, I don't know if you have the same experience as I did, but dating to me, after a while, just seemed like job interviews.
God, yeah.
Where
Yeah.
it was like the same, like, where are you from? What's your family like? It's like the same questions every time, and you feel like you have to be very much on and like not 100% yourself on a first date.
Right.
And speed dating is just that multiplied by
Right, you do it 10 times in
30,
an hour.
40.
Yeah, I remember when I was single and I was, going on dates with people, and I had this kind of notion in the back of my head that I had to force myself to do it because I was like, okay, I'm out of a relationship. I don't want to get back into a relationship.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's too soon. It's all these things, and I just kind of operated with the sense of like I have to go on plenty of dates, even though like I have this person that I'm really interested in and I like, want to keep seeing and have feelings for. But I was just like, I have to keep doing it. Like I have to keep doing it. And I think you get to a point where it's just exhausting.
Yeah.
And you're just like, why am I doing this? Like, I've had friends who, have become single and then they're so excited to start dating again, and then it gets to the point where you're just like, I just like want to hang out with like one person. And
Right.
be at home.
Someone put it to me in a really almost a sad way. It was someone who was in a relationship for a long time and then became single. And I was talking to her about it, and she's like, honestly, like, stuff I miss the most is just if I am on a trip and I land on my flight back in Austin, I have no one to text to say that I landed. And I was like, that's heartbreaking.
Yeah, that's really
I was like,
fucking sad.
I was like, I just texted my parents. I'm like, hey guys,
Find someone to text.
letting you know I'm back home in Austin safe.
Yeah.
Those are the worst moments. I've had a ton of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people have.
Yeah, it's hard.
And then it hits you and
Yeah.
you're like, oh, you hope you're in a good spot when that happens.
Yeah.
And then the sounds of silence start playing and then 1,000 yards stare out the
Again,
window.
I think the most important thing is just to be content with who you are and yourself first before you can make anyone else happy. You content with yourself?
No, not at all.
No?
No.
You working on it though?
Yeah, I'm working on it right now. Back in Austin working on it.
Good.
So, yeah.
Well, I'm content with you.
Thank you.
Oh, that's very sweet.
For now, you might piss me off. We still have another half hour to go. All right, Tyler, you ready?
Yeah.
We ready with our timer?
What is this? I don't know if I've ever done this before.
You've done this.
This is just like me asking you questions and you answering them.
Okay.
That's it. But
Just waiting for a little.
Speed round.
a
Speed
little,
round.
a little more speed round.
Okay, gotcha.
And go. Have you ever scolded another adult in public for their bad behavior?
Yes.
Which is more important in a healthy relationship? Maintaining privacy or total openness?
The latter.
Where would you prefer to live? A modest house in a nice neighborhood or the nicest house in a modest neighborhood?
Not a house.
Ooh.
What do you think is the best way to connect with someone you're interested in?
Share your nihilistic views.
Best way to connect with somebody.
Be inside them.
Yeah, I was gonna say through the penis, but that's not appropriate.
I think that's a fair way to connect with someone.
Yeah.
Physically.
Yeah.
It is, the older you get, that is part of the Carfax deal, is like you need to get to that point where you know you can be like soon enough to know whether or not you're compatible. Like don't wait like
Carfax.
3 months. Like I want to see the Carfax. Everybody wants to test drive the car before you buy it. So like don't wait 3 months to test drive, like get to it.
To bone it out, you're
Right,
saying.
yeah. It's like you kind of get to it a little bit quicker. It's
you have,
part
like,
of the job process.
Do you have like a policy on like how long you wait when you're seeing someone? Or is it just like first date, you're fine to whatever?
I've never done it on the first date. I don't kiss on the first date, never slept with anybody on the first date. Second date, you know, whatever.
You and I date very different.
You're a first date boner?
Yes. Mainly because when I was single and dating, I was just like, I've never been single
Right.
and dated in my adult life. So like, let's see what's out there.
Yeah.
And it was like very much a thing of I would go on a date with someone and I'd realize very quickly like, this is not my person, but they're hot. So
I think
still
if you're
vote.
going out with
Yeah.
that mentality, I think it's archaic to think of the terms that we used to of like, you know, like I know that I just said like I kind of do it a little old school where I don't kiss or sleep, but like it's not necessarily my goal to do that. But if it is yours, like don't fuck around, just fuck.
yeah.
Right? Like there's no point in if you're an adult, like, and if you guys want to bang it out on the first time, like why should it's stupid to wait like a week.
I think as long
does it matter?
as both people are on the same page and like your expectations are set for
Yeah.
what that is.
Right.
I think people just need to be more upfront
Yeah.
about it.
I think that comes with age. That comes with,
Yeah.
with getting older and being more comfortable with yourself and being more comfortable with like what you want out of something. Because my last relationship, when we first met, I mean, it was basically, I think, a full month before we ever got physical in any kind of way.
Really? Wow.
And with my current relationship, I mean, day one, it was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
let's fucking go.
I still remember when you like first became single.
Yeah.
And you had like, you had options, baby.
I had a whole chart, all right?
Can I tell a story?
Nope.
People just coming out of the wood. Oh no, wait, we can't.
What story?
About the doorbell.
Oh, God, no. Maybe.
It's a good story.
Okay, fine.
It's a
fine.
good story.
Hell-
Fine.
I don't have to.
No, you can tell it.
I mean, you have to now.
You have to tell it now.
So yes, piggybacking off, Mariel was single. It was an exciting time.
It was a great time.
Exciting time.
You're always excited when like your best friend is single. You're like, yeah, go out there and you know,
Well, just like you're excited for them to just like go have fun,
Yeah.
go run.
Yeah.
Go run around.
Right.
but stay safe.
But stay safe.
But stay safe.
Wrap it up. And
Wrap up those labes.
Just get a dental dam.
dental dam.
Some
That's
finger
right.
condoms.
Saran wrap. You know,
Yep.
whatever you do.
All of that. Yep.
Silly putty. All right. So, Meryl, Meryl, piggybacking off, you were having a time.
I was having a good time.
You having a time? There's a few hands in the
honey pot.
And
we wanted a piece of it, all right? Hey.
And so,
could you blame them?
So you share with your friends, obviously, when you're kind of having some of these fun times. So
yes.
Meryl sent me a picture because she has the Ring doorbell.
Yep.
And she sent me 2 consecutive pictures of, there was one woman who was at the doorbell with a bottle of wine. And just ready to come into the house and,
Ready to woo you.
And then there was another woman holding something else and they're just...
Not the same day.
Not the same day.
Back-to-back days?
Not the same woman.
Not the same woman.
I thought it was so funny. There were all these suitors just showing up.
All these suitors.
With their little bottles.
Oh,
I'm just in my robe, just on the couch. Oh.
What hath you brought me today?
So
What's your
good.
offering?
I had a fun time being single, but I'm having more fun time being in love.
This episode of Always Open is brought to you by Noom. Getting in shape isn't just about losing weight. It's about learning healthier habits and feeling better about yourself, whether that's more stamina to keep up with your busy life, finally getting into those goal jeans, or practicing more self-care. I absolutely love the Noom app. It's like no other app I've ever used before. They have a personal coach who checks in with you, who makes sure that you're doing all the reading that you need to do to make sure you know all the information on why things work the way they do, how they work. It's more educational than just having a step-by-step thing of what to do. You actually learn why you're doing those things. Also, for me, having someone check in with me on what I'm doing is very important because of my busy lifestyle. And so they have daily trackers on all types of things, and also you could use it in conjunction with other apps as well for diet and whatnot. Noom is a habit-changing solution that helps users learn to develop a new relationship with food through personalized courses, as I mentioned. Based in psychology, Noom teaches you why you do the things you do and arms you with the tools to break the bad habits and replace them with better ones. Noom is one of the biggest and most accurate food databases available that lets you track meal habits, visualize portion sizes, and see calorie density at a glance. Noom isn't a diet, it's a healthy and easy to stick to way of life. No food is good, bad, or off limits. Noom teaches moderation and can be used in conjunction with many pre-existing popular diets if you want, like I mentioned before. You don't have to change it all in one day. Small steps make big progress. Sign up for your trial today at Noom, that's NOOM.com/open. What do you have to lose? Visit Noom.com/open to start your trial today. Noom.com/open. Thank you, Noom. You guys are so cute.
I do like your girlfriend. She's great.
She's perfect.
She is. She's very wonderful.
She's great.
But yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
That was great.
You told me about the little conversation about Hannah wanting to wear a beanie.
Oh, yeah. We were talking about you recently.
Just wearing a beanie.
Well, because the other night we were going out and it was a little chilly out, and we were getting dressed. She puts on a beanie and she was just like, "Oh, I can't wear this. I look like too much of a lesbian." And I was like,
I think that's okay.
But when I think I get it. You don't want to be super obvious sometimes, You don't
want to play into the stereotype.
Right. And at one point she goes, "Well, Barbara wears beanies all the time. And how does she do it? And I was like, she was like, she dresses kind of like this or whatever. And I was just like, Barbara does dress like a lesbian.
It's true. I had this conversation with my trainer this morning. She's a very beautiful girl. She's kind of similar to me, similar height, blonde hair. And she's just like, honestly, my favorite style, I kind of look like a lesbian when I dress up how I want to dress. She's like, flannel, beanie, ripped jeans.
It's because we're the most comfortable, all right?
It's a good look.
It's a great look.
It's comfy. It's cool. Cash.
Yeah. Then we actually went through, you posted all of these pictures of you, basically mirror pictures of all the outfits. I think you were my style. What did you say?
I do not have one particular style, yeah.
But then Hannah and I went through them and we were like, her style is lesbian. There's particular photos and stuff. Yeah, you got the fucking Doc Martens. What are those? The stripy pant or the powdered pants. Depends on what kind of lesbian, but definitely the beanie. Big sweaters.
Does Trevor know?
Haven't told him yet.
Oh shit.
Trevor's also a lesbian, so
it's true. He's very beautiful. He's a very beautiful man.
He's a beautiful man.
He is.
Yeah.
He's a good-looking boy.
He's a good-looking boy. He'd make a beautiful woman.
He would.
Well, you put some makeup on him, and he was
That's
gorgeous.
the thing is I can never be one. Even if I wanted to be a woman, I
Too manly.
Yeah, it's a bitch.
So sorry. Sorry for your loss. All right, Merle.
Hit
You're up.
Hit me. Hit me.
And go. Are you a good trivia team member?
Yes.
Which of the following character flaws would you be least tolerant of in a potential partner? Moodiness, dependency, jealousy, or apathy?
Apathy.
Would you consider having a serious relationship with an active porn star?
Probably not.
Would you consider going on a television show to get a date or meet a mate?
I like that how that's phrased. Maybe, yeah. I think it would be fun. Obviously, if I wasn't in my current relationship.
Like The Bachelor.
Ooh.
Or like Love Island. You guys know these shows?
I haven't seen Love Island, but I the only season of Bachelor that I've watched is Bachelor in Paradise, because there was Demi Burnett, who was one of the girls on the show, ended up like a girl that she had been seeing back home. They like put her on the show.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, now they're breaking up. Everyone from that season is broken up, pretty much.
Wait, really?
Chris and Katie called it off.
What?
I know.
Tyler, listen. This is serious.
It is serious.
I actually have something on that. Love Island, the British version.
Uh-huh.
That show's amazing.
Dude, it's phenomenal.
It's amazing.
So
Yo, right,
Explain to me
this
the-
this fucking Bravo over here, mate. All right, she's fucking fit. Or it's
Fit. They're always saying fucking fit.
Fit.
Bevy. They're a bevy. Yeah.
She's right fit.
So
Proper fit.
what
Proper fit.
Proper fit.
is it just like a bunch of horny singles thrown into
the
a house?
hottest. I didn't even know British people could come that hot, and they made them. they make them hot over there. It's pretty
Okay.
crazy. And even one guy from Scotland who's like, Anton or Ashton.
I've only seen.
Sounds like a car. He's fucking.
I've only seen season 3
Okay.
of the UK Love Island.
I don't know where I am. I'm at season wise. I just and I've only watched one episode, but it's the greatest show ever.
It also is. It goes on forever.
Is it like competition based? Like what is it?
Yes, they throw in little wrinkles here and there.
They like to fuck with them. So essentially, they start off. I want to say it's like 6 guys, 6 girls, or 5 guys, 5 girls, and the way they start off the show is they pair them up. But the way they pair them up is they have either all the guys line up or all the girls line up, and they're like, all right, this is this person. They like bring in one guy. And they're like, all right, women, step forward if you're interested in pairing up with this guy.
They have to step forward like in a line.
In a line.
And then it's so awkward and amazing. And then everybody gets paired up. But then you can switch. There's like moments in the show
And
where
then
they're
they'll bring in like new people, and there's like a
it's
repairing.
like, oh shit, like this, that Tyson Fury is a boxer, like his younger brother who's like super hot too. I might be gay. He like comes on the show and you know that guy fucks. Like, you know, you see a person,
Yeah.
girl or guy, like there's just people that you see in life, you're like, you know that. You don't even have to ask. Like
Right.
that guy, that girl fucks.
Yeah.
And then they bring on dudes that fuck. And then
they fuck.
it's amazing. It's just hot garbage.
It is.
Literally and figuratively.
It's very entertaining.
Do they
Like,
win money?
Yes, I think like at the end, I want to say there's like a vote between the last like 5 couples or something, and like I think they get money. And then isn't there something where it's like, oh, you haven't gotten to the end of the season,
No,
so you
I've
don't
just,
know.
well, I have people tell, like Nadia, our mutual friend Nadia, she loves the show. I started watching it with her. Yeah, she tells me what
You know who
happens.
else loves Love Island?
Who?
Jeff Ramsey.
Does he?
He and I, we don't bond over a lot of things. We bond over our love for shitty reality TV.
He does love reality TV, doesn't he?
Like he watches The Bachelor,
Right.
Bachelor in Paradise. He watched that whole thing.
Great
just-
British,
Love Great British Bake Off.
best show ever.
The Bachelor, it's just so like. I didn't realize it. I think the very first time I ever watched it was with you.
It was at my apartment a couple years ago.
A couple of years ago. And I don't know why I had this idea of The Bachelor as being almost like a classy TV show. And I was just like, oh, okay. And so I was just like, I'm not that into it. And then we went and watched it at your place. And I was like, holy fuck, all of these people are fucking nuts.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know why I had this idea in my head that it was like boring and just like, oh, I love you. Oh, I love you too. Okay, let's get married. It is
So much
full of drama. So like, I think when I started the reason I started watching Bachelor in Paradise, besides there being queer women on it, was there was like a fight on it. It was like 2 guys just started fighting for like literally no reason.
Yeah.
They weren't even really fighting over the same girl. One guy just got mad because his other friend got dissed. And it's just like,
yeah.
there's no fucking reason for this. But it's beautiful.
It is. It is like magically constructed drama on these things.
It's a good and a bad thing. It's great for all those reasons. It's also the reason that terrorists hate us. So we've built.
There he is. There's the Tyler Coe we know.
Miss that.
It's both things at the same time.
Yeah.
So
it's beautiful.
But it's great. Yeah.
Well, yeah, Love Island. I think there's a new season out, so I'm gonna watch it.
This show is sponsored by Love Island. Just kidding, but
it should.
Hey, if you're interested,
if you want to.
Okay. Boom. Are we ready?
Always.
Always. And let's go. If someone you were interested in told you that they don't have many friends, would this affect your opinion of them?
A little bit.
Oh, which is better, sex without sleeping together or sleeping together without sex?
Better?
The person you've been seeing for a while climbs in through your window, crawls in bed with you, and cuddles up. How do you react?
Ah!
Is it easy for you to achieve orgasms? Orgasm. Orgasm.
Yes. So it depends. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I need the right tools.
Yes.
Or just my hands, but needs to be the right.
Yeah.
Need to be in the right position for it.
Trevor, if I was dating you, I just would have said a quick yes to protect the partner.
I am easy enough.
There you go.
Trevor knows my body very well at this point.
That's the thing. That's the thing, right? When you're in a relationship
for a while.
in a relationship and you've been dating someone and you do it enough to understand, like, okay, this is what I have to do to make this happen.
To get there, yeah. It's also like, I think it also takes like a level of comfort and also knowing your own body, especially when you're a woman, to be able to instruct someone on like where to go, how much pressure, how much speed, like whatever it is.
Yeah.
I was fucking with you, but yeah.
I know you are.
But it is
I'm
true.
just explaining it.
It's sad that some people, that they don't get to have that comfortable factor. It's like, hey, I need you to like hold me up like Atlas and do this to me, and that gets me off.
Just a fist punch. That's the only thing that works.
Whatever gets
it's
you
like
there.
A little to the left, babe. Like nobody gets.
Well, it's very important. Women out there, men too, but I feel like for men it's probably a little bit easier.
A little simpler. Probably.
But don't be afraid to talk to your partners and tell them exactly what you want and you need, because I think there is like a lot of like worry and people are also afraid to express that.
There's probably also concern with a lot of people, from what I've heard, and also like in my life experiences, of worrying that if you instruct someone or tell someone what to do, it's going to make them feel like they're not doing it right, or that they need help to get you to that place, where a lot of people feel like, oh, I don't want to hurt their ego or their masculinity or whatever it is by like telling them what to do or instructing them. But also within my experience, most people think that's pretty hot.
Yeah.
So. It is pretty hot. It means that like I want to engage in this with you and only you. Like I'm asking for your help. Like that's a very like
team game
thing.
There you go.
Exactly. Same team.
You want to both win.
Let's both explode.
Which also
both explode
is not a necessary thing either.
Not
every. I mean, some people enjoy sex without orgasm.
True.
It's very common, and it still could be enjoyable.
Yeah. It's all about the journey.
No pressure.
The destination.
Well, my friends, we got some box of issues questions.
Oh, good. Golly gee.
And we might have selected them very special based off this group of people.
This arrangement that we have here?
This threesome. Hello, Always Open.
Hi.
Oh, hey.
Hi. Recently, one of my closest friends told me that she and her boyfriend of nearly 6 years have decided to open up their relationship. They haven't been able to spend as much time with each other because of work and school, etc. So they believe that opening things up would really help. She also said that she has feelings for me and wanted to start a relationship.
Ooh.
She said it wouldn't be permanent, but believes that this is something worth giving a try. I told her that I had some concerns about starting a relationship, mainly because I don't know how comfortable I am with things being open. We had a long talk, and in the end, I told her that I liked her, and I said I would like to give this a try too. To be honest, I'm torn. My heart says, yes, do it, she's amazing, you really like her. But my head says, don't. This will only end badly, and realistically, you are going to get yourself hurt. This relationship has no future. I've never been in a relationship before, so I don't know what to do. I just don't know if the situation is too complex for me or if I'm just nervous about being in a relationship. Can anything good come from this relationship or giving it a try? Jay.
Yikes.
First reaction would say, you've never been in a relationship before, this probably isn't a great one to start things off.
Right.
I second that motion.
Yeah, that's a sticky situation.
Also, I mean, I'm not exactly sure what she wants out of this, she being the woman Jay is writing about, because, I mean, like, is it just a sexual thing? Is it just like, because she's basically saying, hey, like, this isn't going to go anywhere, but
right.
like, for the meantime, let's have fun. So in my head, that equates to like, probably sex, but I also don't know.
Yeah, and especially if this person, Jay, has not been in a relationship before, sex could make things very complicated in general, but it could make you start having bigger feelings for this person when they're not really able to give themselves fully to you because they're also in a different relationship at the same time. And that could be messy.
That could be very messy. And I don't know. I've had friends who have been in this situation where they are like, you know, I've had friends who are polyamorous and have open relationships and have multiple partners at the same time, and they like manage it, but you have to be very brutally honest with yourself and very brutally honest with the people that you're seeing. And like for me, I know it wouldn't work because I'm a very jealous person and I don't want to share ever. And so I know personally, like, there is no way that I would ever go for it. But I mean, like, if it was someone I wanted to be in a relationship with, like I have, you know, like back when I was single, I was like seeing people who were in relationships, but who were in open relationships, and were just like, oh yeah, like I just kind of want to have fun on the side, and like, yeah, that's perfect for me, like,
yeah,
'cause I know it's not gonna, I know I don't have feelings for you that are gonna progress in any way. This is like purely just for fun. But if you already do have feelings for someone and they're kind of already telling you, like, I'm pumping the brakes on this already in terms of, like, it going anywhere, I just feel like you're setting yourself up for failure.
I agree, like, there's tons of different types of relationships out there, open relationships, polyamorous, et cetera, and, like, some of that really works for some people. They've been in a exclusive relationship for 6 years and decided to try opening it up. And if like the first person that enters that whole situation is you, there might be a lot of like figuring shit out and like a lot of things that might get really messy right off the bat.
Yeah.
But like, I'm kind of torn too, because it's like, if you guys really like each other and she like has this opportunity to explore things with other people, like maybe just keeping it like really casual.
Oh, that won't happen.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I feel for this person, but to me, this is kind of like, you know those people that think about like jumping in the animal pits at the zoo?
It's like the call of the void.
And it's like, yeah, it's like if you, like, that would be this. You will get eaten by the lion. Like, there's no other way to say it. Like, this would destroy you. Like, this person or these people, I mean, they kind of seem like they're looking not necessarily for a unicorn, but like somebody to slide into that position to set or to, you know, fulfill a specific goal, which seems like sex or like having that third person. And like, if you've never been in a relationship and you actually like this person, that person is with somebody else already, so that's already going to make you jealous. You've never been in a relationship.
Be number one.
This is a train wreck. I kind of selfishly hope you do it and report back. Be safe, but like, I would recommend not doing this if you're not. Like you said, the people that can accomplish stuff like that, they have to be so centered and confident in themselves and know exactly what they want. And if you're already on the fence with your head and your heart telling you two different things.
And it might also help having that experience of being in other relationships, even to a small extent. Just knowing what to expect and like what you want out of that too. Because this also could set yourself off in a weird direction when it comes to other relationships of like what your expectations are.
Yeah, you don't want to bring that to your first date. So what was your last relationship like? Well,
I was a part of it.
I don't really know what happened, but it was awful.
Yeah, I mean, would you ever do an open relationship? That's something you've ever like been approached with or even considered?
I've been approached in a vein kind of similar to this, but not from a, there was no emotional connection, like you understand kind of like what that is, but I would not. I don't think I'm the type of person that could.
This episode of Always Open is also brought to you by Squarespace. From websites and online stores to marketing tools and analytics, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence and run a business. Squarespace has a bunch of really cool features. Their platform makes it easy to unify your brand voice, your homepage, to your emails. With Squarespace, you can create beautiful websites to showcase your work, blog, or publish content, or sell products and services. It's great for artists, photographers, designers, cooks, performers, trainers, and even weddings. All kinds of people use Squarespace. I actually created my own Squarespace website a couple of years ago, back when we first started talking about Squarespace. And it was essentially my own online portfolio, and it was so easy to use. Essentially just drag and drop things in place. They have existing templates that are already beautiful. You don't have to be a designer or anything, or know anything special about designing a website. They have it all laid out for you. And it was so easy and very easy to customize as well. They give you the ability to customize the look and feel, settings, products, and more with just a few clicks. Everything is optimized for mobile right out of the box as well, which is great. See how your visits, unique visitors, and page views trend over time and gain insights into the top traffic sources, products, device types, browsers, and operating systems by visit. Tons of great options. So go to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/open to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That's squarespace.com/open and get 10% off your first purchase. Thank you, Squarespace. I don't know if I ever mentioned this on the show. I talked about it a long time ago where I met a throuple.
Oh yeah.
Talk about that? It was I think they were either engaged or married. It was a married couple, and they had a boyfriend. And they all, I think the guy was bisexual, and they all kind of
So two dudes. Two dudes and one girl.
And one girl.
Okay.
And I met them at South by Southwest and went out to, we just got to talking at this party, and I went out with them to drink and stuff like that. And essentially I felt like they were trying to proposition me to come hang out, but I was not single at the time. So I was I'm flattered, blah, 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 but I'm just cool hanging out with you guys as friends, blah, 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 blah. Then I became single, and it's on a dating app. And the guy, the single guy in that relationship was on that app, and we swiped right on each other. And I was just this is interesting. What's up? And we ended up hanging out and hooking up. And I then found out that he was in an open relationship with another girl. So he was he had a main relationship and was the third person in this other relationship. And I was this is probably not gonna be good.
Well, sometimes that works for people, and that's the lifestyle that they want to live. But if it's not the lifestyle that you want to be a part of, then it's very hard to force yourself into that. And I just feel I don't know. I think of the friends that I've had who, luckily for them, it's all worked out, and they, have found lots of happiness in that kind of situation. But I think you have to be that kind of person. You have to know that you are completely fine with that, because especially in this situation, I just keep thinking about if I was in Jay's shoes, I would just be man, I don't come first. And I know that.
Right.
And especially if you're in your first relationship and you want to really know what that's like, it's going to be really hard.
Jay even writes, my heart says, yes, do it. She's amazing. You really like her. But my head says, don't. This will end badly realistically, and you're going to get yourself hurt. If you're already feeling you really, really like her, that's dangerous.
Yeah.
Because
he's already kind of spelt it out for himself. And like you're saying, somebody who would be comfortable being in that position wouldn't be asking those questions. They would probably have different questions about logistics.
Yeah.
It seems if you're already on the fence about this thing, don't jump into the pit. It's not going to be a good time.
Yeah.
It's going to hurt. Could be fun, but it's going to hurt.
Yeah. So proceed with caution.
That's a good advice.
Proceed with caution.
Or, I don't know.
I think,
you know what? Go do it. The world's on fucking fire. Go bang it out.
And
YOLO.
Send us an update.
We probably didn't help at all with this question. We're don't do it. Do it.
Do it.
Right.
Why not?
Well, I think it helps to process thoughts, and you you're getting an objective view from someone else who, I don't know, you're just I want to know what Barbara thinks about this situation, and now Jay knows.
Not always helpful. Sometimes I just make things harder for people. You didn't explain it.
Wow.
Should we do one more? Or should we wait for the post show? What do you think?
Let's wait for the post show.
Okay, cool.
We'll save it.
We'll do another question in the post show. Tyler,
Yes,
thank
ma'am.
you for being here.
Oh, this is lovely.
Mr. Co.
Where can people catch up with you?
Oh.
Social media anymore?
I mean, I have Twitter. I don't tweet.
Okay.
I have Instagram. I don't really Instagram. You can't catch up with me.
Okay, cool, great. Well, just tell him to come back on the show at some point.
There you
I
go.
float around in the void.
He
Maybe you
does.
see me, maybe you don't.
He does. He's like a little ghosty.
Well, thank you for being here with us today.
Yeah.
In our little throuple
Oh.
that we had going on today.
Little threesome.
And thank you for watching. Tune in for the Poe Show. And don't forget to submit your questions to alwaysopen@roosterteeth.com. Cheers.
Boom.
Thank you for watching that episode of Always Open. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, and ring that bell to be alerted on when new videos come out. Also, just tell us something good that happened to you today. Why not? In the comments. We want to read it.